can do that. Easton, if you're watching this recording, I'm recording it for you because I noticed that your internet kicked you off. So I want to make sure you know what we're talking about here. We made these notes talking about summarizing a reference, and then we just wrote this down here. And we're talking about topic clincher, and we have that topic clincher rule. And that's when we repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words between the 2 sentences here. Here he comes. I'm just going to keep recording. But this part here, I want you to do like a little bracket like that. And this is where we have details and facts. And these detail and facts, they're going to be all about the topic. So these are notes from class. This is just notes to help you remember what we're doing here, okay? This is how we set up our keyword outline, and we have our topic, which is going to support the subject. Remember, the subject is salt. We're going to list some topics in a minute here. And this is how we set this up. Okay, thumbs up if you got to write all that down. Awesome. Are you good, Christopher? Okay. I'm going to go to the article now. So go to, oops, not that, this one. Page 71. It's different than what we normally have. It's not in paragraph form. This is a little bit different. So we're going to read a list of 20 uses for salt. Just when you thought there was only one use for salt, guess what? There's 20. And it's a list. So what we're going to do is just read through this first, and then we're going to decide how to label these as different things to help keep track of, like, categorizing each of these different uses for salt, okay? And I'm going to help you with those categories. All right. Number 1, kill poison ivy. Add 3 pounds of salt to a gallon of soapy water and spray it on the plant. So if you
I want to test it out.
have you ever seen poison ivy before? Or poison oak? Yeah. When you're camping and sometimes your parents are like, don't go near that one because it'll make you really, really itchy. But if you spray it with salt, soapy, salty water, it'll kill the plant. So this has to do with a plant. So I'm going to label this a P with a circle around it. Go ahead and put that on yours, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go. But I'm going to label what each of these, what category these fall into. Tyler?
So when we were living in Alaska, that we had poison ivy in our backyard or whatever it was. And
Oh,
so and then we had all these raspberry plants, but they were near the poison ivy, so
oh,
it was hard to get to them.
I bet. Yeah, because you don't want to touch that stuff. Number 2, soothe bee stings. If you ever get stung by a bee, wet the sting immediately and then cover it with salt. It will feel better. There you go.
If I knew that like 7 or 8 years ago.
I'm going to put a B here for bug because some of these have to do with bugs, and that's one of them. So we've got P for plant. This has to do with a plant. B for bugs. Let's look at 3. Cleaning baked on food from pan. So this has to do with cleaning. Spread salt on the baked on food, moisten the area with water, and wait for the salt to loosen the food. So if your mom bakes something in a casserole dish and there's like all this stuff that's stuck to it, they can use salt to help get rid of that that's stuck to the plate or the dish. This is going to make sense the more we go, okay? So go ahead and put C here. This is a cleaning technique. So we've got something for plants, P for plants, B for bugs, right? This has to do with bugs or insects, right? I'm using B for bugs. And then this is C for cleaning. This is a cleaning idea. These are all uses for salt. 4 says kill grass or weeds in concrete cracks or between patio stones. Sprinkle salt on the cracks, wait a few days, and then pour hot water over the unwanted vegetation. So if you've got weeds coming up in a place that you don't want the weeds, I wouldn't pour it in your garden though, because that'll mess up your plants. But if it's on like the driveway or something like that.
Would this work if it were in like sand?
Uh,
If there's just so many weeds and sand, would it work?
it would work, yes. But if you're talking about like a field where there's a lot of dirt and sand and you want to kill
Like
weeds,
um
probably not.
there's a driveway and then sand to the left.
Okay.
It's not like a huge field.
Be
Would
worth
that
it.
work?
You could try it. I mean, I would check with your parents first, by the way, just because they might be like, "What are you doing?"
But then we'd want to check with our neighbors because our neighbor's house has been it's got weeds and then it gets to the water line and the water starts leaking down
Oh,
the gutter.
yep. Number 5, test for rotten eggs. Place 1 tablespoon of salt in a cup of water and stir. A fresh egg will sink, but a rotten egg will float.
No
So
wonder I float all the time.
that one has to do with food, so I'm going to put an F for food. So we've got P for plant, B for bug, C for cleaning, P for plant again. I put plant next to grass or weeds because, it's kind of a plant. This is an F for food. Clean up a broken egg. If you drop an egg on the floor, cover the mess with salt. Wait 20 minutes. The salt will absorb the moisture and make it easier to wipe up the egg. There you go. This is a cleaning tip right here. So C for cleaning. Make sure you guys write these letters in, and I'll explain why we're doing that in a minute here. Refresh your sponges. I don't know if you ever noticed the dish sponge sometimes gets really nasty and stinky. Yeah. So you can soak a grungy sponge overnight in a salt solution, about 1/4 cup per quart of water. Soak your sponge and it'll get rid of the stink. So this is kind of a cleaning idea. So I'm going to put C for cleaning on that one. Cleaning out your sponge. Refresh your sponges. Number 8, deodorize sneakers. So if you have trouble with stinky feet, you don't have to admit it, but if you do. If your sneakers or your tennis shoes get stinky, which can easily happen if you wear them without socks in the summer, sprinkle a little salt in the shoes to absorb the moisture. Of course, you probably want to dump the salt out in the trash can before you put them on your feet because that won't feel good. It'll feel like sand in there. So
No, I'm gonna walk in it.
I'm going to put an O with a circle like odor, O for odor. So this would be to deal with an odor. Ant deterrent. Number 9, ant deterrent. To stop a line of ants from marching into your home, sprinkle salt across their path. So when you see ants starting to come in, just put a line of salt there in front of them. They don't like salt, apparently. They like sugar, but not
At that
salt.
point in time, can't you just put a ring of salt around them and then they can't escape?
Maybe. That's a good one. B for bugs, because we're talking about ants here, so I'm putting a B for bugs on this one. Number 10, mosquito or chigger bite relief. If you know what a chigger is, those are in like Oklahoma and Texas area. It's a type of bug that bites. It's like a mosquito, but they're little red bugs. Anybody know what a chigger is? No, I've seen them before because I went to visit my daughter in Oklahoma one time and they're there, but they're little red bugs. They're like mosquitoes. They bite and it itches like crazy. Soak the affected area in salt water and then apply a coating of vegetable oil or lard. Weird. So this would be a bug thing, mosquito or chigger bite. So a bug bite. All right, let's go to the back. There's more. Remember, there's 20. We only are halfway through. Number 11, brass or copper polish. Make a paste with equal parts salt, flour, and vinegar. Use a soft cloth to spread the paste over the tarnished areas, then rinse with soapy water and buff the object to a shine. Brass or copper, that's a certain kind of a metal, but this is kind of a cleaning tip, so I'm going to put C for cleaning on number 11. Extend broom life. Number 12, soak a straw broom in a bucket of hot, salty water for about 20 minutes. It will last longer. That's weird, but okay for a broom.
Room life
Easton?
expectancy.
Yes. I'm going to put C for cleaning. Easton, are you there? Can you hear us? Easton's having internet issues, I think. What am I missing in the chat here? What are you guys talking about? Oh, yeah. You guys are making comments about what we're talking about. Okay, number 13. Clean artificial flowers. Those are the fake flowers that you can buy at the store that aren't real. If they get dirty or dusty, you can put them in a paper bag with salt and shake the bag gently for 10 seconds or so. They will brighten up significantly. That's an interesting one. So that's basically cleaning. I'm going to put C for cleaning artificial flowers. Those are the fake flowers. 14, energize fresh flowers. A tablespoon of salt in the water of a vase of cut flowers will help them stay fresh longer. There you go. So I'm going to put P for plants on that one, number 14. Make sure you guys write down these letters. Okay, Liana, are you writing them down? Okay. 15, vacuum muddy footprints. Generously sprinkle salt on muddy areas of the carpets to dry out the mud before vacuuming. That's a cleaning tip. C for cleaning. I don't know if you guys have ever brought in mud before, but when it's raining, especially in the mountains, a lot of mud comes in, especially from the dogs. So you can use salt for that. Number 6, make non-drip candles. Soak new candles for 2 hours or more in a strong salt solution. Then, as they burn, they will not drip and create a mess. Huh, there you go. Make them non-drippy. This is kind of, it doesn't fit in any of the categories we've talked about so far, so I'm going to put M for miscellaneous. That just means it doesn't really have a category. It's not a plant. It's not cleaning. It's not a bug thing. It's miscellaneous. All right. Number 17, keep milk fresh. Add a pinch of salt to a quart of milk and shake well. It will stay fresh longer and perhaps even taste better. That's an interesting one. That has to do with food, so I'm going to put an F here. Brighten your face. Massage your face with a mixture of salt and olive oil. The oil moisturizes the skin and the salt cleans dead skin cells. Be sure to wash it off.
Would that be miscellaneous?
It would be miscellaneous. Yes, I agree with that. Control sink odor. This is going to be odor, so we can put O for that one. Pour hot salt water down a stinky drain to minimize a bad smell. If that doesn't help, call a plumber. There you go. And then to keep windows free of frost, rub windows with salt water so that they won't frost up in below freezing temperatures. Another miscellaneous one.
That also would have been helpful a couple years ago.
Yeah, especially on the car, huh? Because the windows get icy and then you can't even turn on the
And
window.
then it makes your mom late to work. It makes you late to school. And
Yes, the snowball effect. No pun intended.
just
All
ice
right.
skate there at that time.
Go back to your notes page really quick right here. And I want you to put down here somewhere, put that word topics. And we're talking about salt. Okay, so now we're going to make a list of those topics that we labeled on your article here. And remember, P equals plants. So go ahead and write that one in. P is, we're going to put a little key here so you can remember what those notes are for. So P equals plants. B equals bugs. C equals cleaning. F equals food. Don't worry if I'm going too fast. Just copy this down. I'll give you time to copy it. What else? O equals odor. What else did we have on here? And M was the last one, equals miscellaneous.
I write MISC for miscellaneous.
Yes, that's how you abbreviate it, and that's easier than spelling out the whole word. So miscellaneous just means it doesn't really fit into any particular category. It's kind of its own, it's like extra stuff. Zooming in so you guys can see the topics. So these all have to do with salt. Just draw an arrow down here from subject, because remember, our subject is salt. And the topics are, what about the salt? Well, here they all are. We can use salt on plants, bugs, cleaning, food, odor, and miscellaneous.
We made a math formula.
Yeah. So now I want you guys to count how many P's did we put down. Go ahead and look for all the P's on your article and see how many we wrote for P's. I'll count two. You tell me what you get.
3.
I found 3. Is that what you guys found? Okay. So next to plants, let's put 3. How about bugs? How many bugs? 3. Is it 3 again? Is that what you guys got?
Yes.
3. Okay, I see that, Christopher. 3 for bugs. How about cleaning? Look at all the C's. How many C's did we put?
7.
7.
Yeah, that's what I counted too. Okay, 7 for cleaning. That is a lot. Food, how many for food?
2.
2. Odor,
2.
1, 2. Yeah, only 2 for odor. How about miscellaneous?
2.
2. 3.
I see 3. Is that what you guys have for
Yeah, I
miscellaneous?
have 3.
3. Okay, I see Christopher has 3. Okay. All right, now on your clean sheet of paper, go ahead and get out a clean one. You guys wrote all that down right here? Okay, good. Get out a clean lined piece of paper. Go ahead and put your name and date here. 10, 22, 24. And skip a line and put uses. What is it called? Uses for salt. Uses, or 20 uses for salt. KWO. We are only going to focus on Roman numeral 1 right now. So go ahead and skip a line and let's just write down Roman numeral 1. And it's going to be 1 through 5. 5 in parentheses. And then that word clincher. When I look back at our big list here of all the different topics we have to choose from, obviously cleaning has the most, number 7. So that's going to be the easiest one to write about. So I think our first topic should be cleaning, like using salt for cleaning. That would be the easiest one because there's so many choices there. So let's put, oh, we got to write topic here. The first topic is going to be, we're talking about salt, so we might as well put that in here. Salt. And then cleaning. Uses for salt cleaning. We could put uses here. Or tips on cleaning. Let's put tips. I like that. Cleaning tips. So now when you start filling in your keyword outline, you're only going to look at the ones with a C. So we're going to skip like 1 and 2 and go right to 3 because that talks about cleaning. So we can clean baked on food from pans, and it tells you how to clean that. Spread salt on the baked on food, moisten the area with water, and wait for the salt to loosen the food. So we can use that. Or number 6, about the broken egg, or number 7. So you have lots of choices here. I'm going to start with that one about the baked on food just to show you how you would do that on your outline. So I'm going to put here for number 1, baked on, and that's a hyphenated word. So I'm going to do baked dash on and food and pans. One technique or tip for cleaning is to use it on baked on food for pans. Now we use that for number 1. So number 2 is going to be how to do that. It says spread salt on the baked on food and moisten the area with water and wait for the salt to loosen the food. So spread salt. So I'm going to put spread S for salt. Actually, I'm just going to circle S. That's going to be for salt. We can circle it up here to remind us. Spread S, moisten. You know what moisten means? To get it wet, a little bit wet. And then for weight, I'm going to draw a little clock for timer, like wait, loosen. That's a clock, in case you wondered, to represent like as a symbol for waiting.
Can I draw one of those like not analog but like those digital ones?
Yeah, you can, a little timer. Okay, so we're going to have to stop here. You guys are only going to focus on Roman numeral 1. You only have really 2 or maybe 3 left to fill in for this keyword outline. You are only going to look at the ones that have a C and pick which other one you want to talk about. And you might use 2 lines here to explain it. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? You're going to only look for the cleaning ones. Like, oops, I moved my thing here, like cleaning a broken egg or refresh your sponge, or there's a couple more on the back. So your homework is to finish only about the cleaning. Only look at the things that have a C for cleaning. That's your topic here. And then you're only going to write 1 paragraph this week. So yay, you're welcome. Only 1. You're going to finish Roman numeral 1. And you're going to write only the first paragraph of your paper. We're going to do the rest of it next week. I'm splitting this up between the 2 weeks. Okay. So any questions about your homework this week? Nope. Okay, good. I did record this if you need to go back and watch this later. But, and I know, yeah, there you go. Funnel. Woohoo. There's one. All right, you guys. We will see you next week. Have a good one. Okay, bye.